This is the Red Arrow Show with me, Josh Overton, Andy Simcox, Alan Smith, and Jane to react to Barnsley's impressive away 3-0 win against Crawley Town. Season feels like it's starting to come together and we're starting to get onto roll, so let's get stuck into it. So, Mr. Horsham, you went down there yesterday with some more Horsham merch as well.
What's really it come home with?
What is
changed,
that, Al?
Josh? It's changed.
I know. What is that, Al? It's not though, is it? Because it's just sponging off what other people have given him.
It's a pint cup given to me by our hospitable Horsham fans, Mark Wells, and there's one for Mr. Simcox as well when I see him.
Much appreciated.
Look at you two getting freebies off.
Not me and you, Josh. Not me and you. No.
You're not worthy.
No,
not worthy.
Fair enough. So, Al, you were down there yesterday at Crawley away, and a very, very comfortable and professional performance, I thought.
It was. I was surprised to see that Karen Lofthouse had his first start in League One, and it started pretty well. Max Watters, I had a word with him at warm-up. I says, "Come on, Max, 3-3. Blame me for him getting injured." That went well, didn't it? And he could have got 3-3 in first couple of minutes, couldn't he? 1-on-1 with keeper, and it went past left-hand post. And then he went off injured, and I thought, oh, well, we're going to struggle here because we ain't got strikers on bench, and Marsh had come on. And I thought Marsh put a damn good shift in, unlucky not to score with his first touch. And we went 1-0 up with a good move. It went corner at first one. Donovan Pines, far post, header, cracking. And he's now got, 4 in 7? 4 goals in 7.
4 in 7 starts.
He's a striker when we got Donovan Pines. And then Adam Phillips popped up for the second, and then skillful again for penalty. 3-0 up at half time. Who saw that? I did say 3-1. I did say we scored 3 goals. But 27% possession we had, and 3 goals. And not. I'm going to say this. Not as regular strikers. You know, Phillips, I thought had a good game yesterday, and Captain Connell. What can you say about Captain Connell? I thought yesterday he played up top more. He wanted holding. We got Craig holding, and I think Luke had a free roll. And then what can I say about Barry the Beast? Barry the Beast. Another good performance from Barry the Beast. An all-round team performance. We let them have possession. I don't think keeper had anything to save. And two games on trot, we aren't conceding. Sky's the limit, and we've got a new players to come in. Hopefully, we might see him on Saturday if the game goes ahead, depending on international call-ups.
Yes, we will speak about the transfer window in more detail throughout the week. We're doing midweek show as well. So we're just going to do the reaction show today, and then we'll do transfer window.
And I thank the Horsham fans for their hospitality yesterday. It was massive. The affinity with both Barnsley fans and Horsham fans yesterday was off the Richter scale.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it looks like it because you've got their shirts on this morning instead of ours.
Look, I was going to wear it yesterday, but I couldn't. You can see me from top, it's fine. From bottom, you do not want to see it.
No, we do. No, we really do.
They're a bit tight, Al, aren't they?
We'll get age restrictions on YouTube.
Only snug is the word.
They're snug. They're certainly.
How did they get on yesterday, Al?
They won 4-0 in the first round of the FA Cup preliminary rounds. They went one better than us, but I've got to give us the up because we won away from home 3-0. They were at home.
Easy in it, winning 4-0 at home, so that's no problem then. Andy, it seems obviously there's been a lot of talk throughout the transfer window and everything about the need for more strikers. Obviously, you've got Cosgrove now, it's picked up a knock. Max Watters has picked up a knock. And it is sort of now for like ended up throughout that game was sort of not a recognised striker on the pitch at points. It's becoming a little bit of an issue, which obviously been addressed now. But even without that, it seems like we still seemed fairly in control, given that it sort of fell to young Aiden in a way to be that recognised striker.
It most certainly did when the team sheet were announced, and Cosgrove weren't there, and it looks like he's gone injured. Don't know when he'll be back. Truthfully, from what Darryl Clark said, you feared the worst. Playing with one striker, and Max Watters did it, and he's played well in his last so far this season when he's played. Max has played, I think, pretty well, and so far it's almost been like a new signing. But playing up front on his own, you thought, well, I'm not sure he's not a target man. So I hope we play differently, because we can't just expect him to be a target man that's going to win it in the air. It helped having Kieran a bit further forward out on the left, and Bazza on the right, to win some headers out wide. And then, of course, he had a great chance outside at post. Hit the outside at post. It's such a shame for him, because as Alan said, it were close. They're the fine margins, aren't they? And then sadly he got a knock and had to come off. And the only recognised striker we got was young Aiden. Oh, I thought, as Alan said, put a shift in, but Aiden on his. I'm not going to say I feared the worst, because I didn't. Because we've got quality players in midfield. It was nice to see Craig back, and I thought our midfield played really, really well yesterday. Adam getting further forward at times, swapping that with Luca Connell, who I thought if he gets any further forward, he'll get a nosebleed if he goes any further forward. I thought, when he's chasing down the goal, you're thinking, what's he doing up there? So that movement and that free roll between them, taking it in turns, was really, really good. And of course, then we had another chance. Bazza gets it across, and Adam, it's the inside of the post, and it really is fine margins when it's inside the post and goes across the goal and out. So you think, you just thought, well, you can think, oh, we're going to rule those missed chances, which I've always thought in the past. But I thought, truthfully, we were cutting them open, and you can guarantee, get a corner, and Big Donny. Oh my God, he's just majestic. He's so tall and powerful. It's not just like, he's powerful, and bump, get in. I thought Aiden were going to try and nick it off him online. I'm thinking, please don't touch it, Aiden. I don't know if you're on side or not.
I really like that part though, because it showed you were like aware and ready to gamble on it going in there. I think that's things we've missed sometimes.
Confidence.
So as Alan said, Aiden put a shift in, and what people need to remember is that for the second goal, Adam's got the ball in midfield and played a delightful 1-2 with Aiden, who slotted, the return pass from Aiden Marsh, put him free, and run on the goal. Their goalkeeper had made some good saves and had played all right. Wallercoat, I thought he played all right, but Adam saw where he was. You're thinking he's going to hit this, and you watch, he'll tip it round post or something like that. But he placed it. It left a bit of a. He tried to get in the middle of his goal. He left a bit of a gap at his left-hand post, and what you can only say that the magician looked up with players bearing down on him and slotted it in, like with a wand of a left foot. Obviously being a magician. He pulled a rabbit out the hat, did Adam, and then there could have been more, there could have been more. And then that beautiful, beautiful little jinking run at the end of the box. Swerve this way, swerve that way, swerve this way. Have it, took him down. Luca picks the ball up for the penalty, and I'm thinking, oh no, he's just going to dolly it down middle like he did his penalty.
That's it.
I think, please don't. If you're going to take it, Luca, don't tickle it down middle this time. Hit it. Just hit it. And then, obviously, Adam got up and got both of them. And I'm thinking, thank goodness, I hope they've got reinforced netting, because he's going to need netting to stop it going out of space. And he did a Luca. Thankfully, goalkeeper decided he's going to dive to edge it thing. And so it went in each. goalkeeper could have got it with his feet. Oh, Adam, sort that out. I don't want to see that again. It's not good enough.
Well, you will do, Andy, because according to form, what Adam says is our regular penalty taker now.
Right, if I were a goalkeeper, I wouldn't move. I'd just stand there like that, thinking, just pass it to me, Adam.
That's bold,
next time,
that's bold. We'll be getting some more penalties this season.
Just lash it. Lash it, Adam. Just lash it. In fairness, they've done really well as a team, Crawley, so far this season. Won the first few matches, were above us in the table. Lost the way a bit last week and then in the cup, but had a lot of possession, according to what Luke White would tell me when they lost against Wigan. So I were expecting good things from them, and we carved them. And they got a decent defence. They only conceded 1 goal in the league. We carved them open, I thought. So they had a lot of possession, but I think the person that had the most touches was their goalkeeper. So I don't, and it's not easy to score from your own penalty area. So I was a bit disappointed in that they didn't offer too much of a threat in the first half. Could have been 6. I honestly don't think that if we'd have scored 6 in that first half, anybody could have complained about it.
No.
From a Crawley point.
There were 2 points yesterday. What got me? Donny Pines, when he hoofed it, their keeper were offline from his own half. I'm thinking, go on, get over at top of him.
Yeah.
Hoofing a bit, and then volley from Luke O'Connell. Oh, sublime, and a great save by keeper Andy, who said had a good game.
I ain't got to the second half yet, but yeah,
no,
yeah.
Wow.
Donny's towering both in defence and up front, but he's not a David Beckham either, though, is he? With long shots, but he had a go, and you can't blame him for that. No. Second half, they came into it a bit more attacking wise in the second half because they brought on Forster and Swan, who I thought put themselves about. Forster on right wing, and Swan down middle. At least he made our defenders have to play a bit more. He put, like I say, put his centre about and caused a few bits of wrestle. But they're shooting. They had a few shots, but they were woeful. I think they were only, unless you tell me different, I think they were 1 shot on target, which went straight at Gaga. So that weren't hard. But we defended all right. We didn't give them the chance. What I did like is that we let them have the ball in their penalty area, if you like. When they came over the halfway line and came at us, we nipped in like lightning to take ball off them, particularly in midfield, but also defence. None of this shimmying about behind the attacker. Straight in and getting ball away. So, well done for that. And yeah, you're right, Luke O'Connell, what a shot. That were a world-class shot, but what a save. An absolutely world-class save to tip that round. So, well done to him. They'll regroup and learn from it, but what a week it's been for us.
I know.
Yes.
After the upset of losing a 2-goal lead and drawing 2-2 to them beating Sheffield United, the women winning against the other Barnsley women's team, and then all the doom and gloom about we hadn't signed anybody. What I think two really good signings, which I know we're going to talk about next week, but leading goal scorers for the top goal scorers last season for the 2 teams they played for. So that were good, and then a clean sheet and a very, very clinical and clever performance.
And referee yesterday were atrocious, I thought. Bookings. The one there, Luke O'Connor won ball easy. He'd lost the ball. He was going at him, and he booked him. He'd lost the ball, their player, and Lucas slid in, won the ball, and he actually booked him for nothing.
3-0 win.
Kieran Loftus. Keith got booked in penalty area as well.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't think that were a booking. He won't ball.
Donny Pines got booked for lifting his shirt up
because he got.
He did. Yeah, good on
him. Right, might well have done that. And I know you can say, lifting your shirt to put the message on or taking your shirt off. It's a booking, and they know it's a booking. But what a pathetic rule! You just score a goal or whatever. You're up there.
You're happy. You're celebrating. Just let it be.
Yeah. You see week in, week out, some right tackles going in, some knocks. People being taken out.
Yeah.
They might have a word with him, they might not do. But take your shirt off.
And with a t-shirt underneath.
It's pathetic.
Rant over.
Right.
3-0
Good job.
win.
Good job. It weren't an instant reaction show. I've calmed down since yesterday.
Gonna say-
Right. First half, I thought you were all right. He'll get some daft free kicks and let some others go, as all refs do nowadays. But second half, I think I think he should have just kept his yellow card in his hand, save him to get it out of his pocket, because he got a bit daft with it.
Yeah.
3-0 win. Crawley didn't really have a sniff, and we're still moaning about referees.
Because it's Andy, isn't it? I've missed him. I've missed him.
Barnsley way.
Still moaning about referees.
I love it.
The one point there, Andy, which you made, which I thought was very
Brilliant.
sort of epitomised a performance for me, was just,
right.
I think it was Lofthouse late in the second half when he went and nicked it from their striker and carried the ball the length of the pitch. And it's forced a really good save from their keeper as well. I think that sort of epitomised what you've said there of, we weren't about them having the ball in their half. As soon as they came into it was more about nicking the ball and trying to cut out them passing lanes than just, as you said, shimmying.
Yeah, he did well. Straight at him. Straight at him. I thought he were going to square it. There were a couple of times, that being one where it could have been squared to Aiden, who could have just run it into goal. And I'm screaming to pass it across, but in fairness, he kept going and going and going, and didn't divvy about with it. Straight at it and then lashed it. And yeah, it were a
really good save.
I thought Jorgen Nathan had a good cameo as well yesterday afternoon.
He seems getting more and more game time, so I think it shows Darryl Clark's trusting him. Speaking of Darryl Clark, Jane came out post-game and said the only thing missing from Aiden Marsh's game yesterday was the goal, and he said he was really, really impressed and happy with his performance, especially the work rate that he got through, which I think everyone else can just about agree with.
That's smooth, that, Josh. In it, that's like the perfect Jane bit in it. Like, we talk about Aiden, we'll go to Jane for that one. I don't know why. Yeah, it's brilliant to see him finally getting some first team football, and it's brilliant. Obviously, I've watched his development from his little 4-year-old kicking the ball about the pitch to now. So it's brilliant to see him finally getting the game time I think he so needs. Because at the end of the day, we want to see what he's got, because we're such in desperate need for strikers. But he seems though he's got a good squad around him as well that'll help bring him on. But we want till stretches days. We want to open him up. We want to see what he's got, because the potential, Aiden's potential has always been there. But we want to see it now up pitch and start banging them goals in. So it's really, really good, obviously, for me to see him up pitch. But as a fan, to see the young talent we've got coming through that we've spent years developing, finally paying off on the pitch, because that's what we want to see, and we'll always get behind his own regardless. So it's good to see him. I can't wait for him to score. I can't, I'll be honest. I do get nervous. But I'm looking forward to him just... I think once you get him scoring, I think he's going to be a regular goal scorer. He's going to get, because you can see him so hungry to get that ball, can't you, and get it. He knows where he needs to be. His crosses are good. He's hungry for a goal. I just think he's hungry to prove himself and to push his career, and I think that's brilliant. And that's what we want for him. We want him to be a goal scorer, in a red shirt. Personally, I want his career to go, to whatever level. But as a Barnsley fan, I want to see him bagging them goals. That's it.
His dad always sat behind us, Jane, and they were proud when he come on. You could see.
Yeah, I've spoken to him. He knows. He knows I want him to do well. Of course I do. But I want him to do well first in a red shirt. That's first.
Before he starts going somewhere else.
Yes.
And I think it's good because I know from sort of speaking to fans, I know Darryl Clark seems to tend to prefer experienced players. So I think the fact that you've got young players such as Vimal and Aiden getting game time, I think it shows that they've earned his trust, at least in training, to come out and play.
Yes. Showing the potential, which is really, really good. But again, I can't just, pinpoint Aiden. Yesterday, Adam Phillips. Absolutely brilliant. But I did say, if you remember on last show, I said I thought we were going to win yesterday just purely because I think the confidence is coming now, and that Sheffield United game I think has been a turning point for us. I really do.
Let me ever think about that one, Jane. Didn't that on once before? when we drew with Sheffield United, it
Yeah.
kicked started the season, and we
Yeah,
got
honestly, I
twice.
said this. The confidence, and I think the confidence that's come from winning Sheffield United, I think it's going to see I'm hoping it's going to see us through for the rest of the season. I might be wrong, but I just think we had a bit of a shaky start, and then to win a team above us in another league, I think has just given like a boost, like we can do this. Oh, we're not, and fans getting behind him at that Sheffield United game was something else. It really was something else, and that can drive you as well. The if I'm doing well, I'm winning, I'm putting in fans again behind me. It just sort of lifts you up, and I just think it's been turning since Sheffield United, and I've got quite a good feeling about this season.
You're all getting a bit
I
giddy.
regret saying that, but I have.
Calm down, calm down, calm down. Calm down.
You're all getting giddy. So it's only
Oh,
one
is he?
win league. You're all getting a
Honestly.
bit giddy. No, I don't know.
Is
Yeah,
he?
it's enough to watch, ladies.
I am doing this afternoon.
It does feel, Andy, though, as though everything feels like he's starting to pull back into the same direction from when we've previously had. It's almost been like everyone's been at odds with each other, of like almost like fans, players, board.
Yeah.
The club's been all trying to pull in different directions. Whereas last week in particular, we've addressed the issues that we all knew had the transfer window. Beat Sheffield United in Carabao Cup, got a good draw against United away. And then a very professional performance at the weekend, where I think that's a game where we'd normally struggle.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, I read Twitter last week. We left it very, very late in the transfer window, didn't we? It's what we do. Leave it till last minute, and it's not good enough and all that. I read all that. 2 great signings, and it's been a good week. You got to remember, it's only a week ago that we were all bemoaning the fact that we'd looked like we were there and we'd cracked it and it were nice and easy, and then we gave a goal away, and then Gaga makes a mistake and it's 2-2, and it's doom and gloom, and rightly so, because we gave 2 goals away to draw 2-2 at home to Northampton. No disrespect whatsoever to Northampton, but Tuesday and then yesterday, much better, clean sheet. Mile I thought played well yesterday, as did Josh Earl. And I was a bit critical, I think, last weekend about Mile, because I don't think he's been up to his best standards, but he was strong and played well yesterday. And Josh Earl just looked back to where I thought he was, which was really confident and strong and all that, so, and it tells you something when we can bring Donovan Pines off, because a slight tap on his calf, and you don't want to risk it yet, and we can bring Mark Roberts on, who he's a really, really strong and good defender, and he's made for Barnsley. And of course the long throws. It's a pity. I mean, it was nice to see that we had a long throw where Mark could get or ender it, as opposed to he's got to take it, because we had Bazza taking one, so because that's what you want, isn't it, really? You want Mark Roberts to take a long throw, but then leg it into the box and get or ender it as well.
So you say that every week.
I'll say it next week, I'll try to remember to say it on Tuesday. When you start talking about transfer windows, I'll bring up that we signed him so he can take a throw and then get or ender it.
Well, I did notice yesterday when Roberts did come on, he started marshalling, and older Ed kept the lads on track. That for me were a good point. As soon as he come on, he were marshalling, and I think that kept the momentum of our team.
A good player for us. I thought the defence played really well, and the midfield was strong. And like I say, all of them nipped in, nipping in and nicking all the way. And as Jane said, Aiden had a lot of stick last week, for the last few weeks, about is he good enough, is he this, is he that, and why have we got him, we should let him go, and all that, just because he's a Barnsley lad. But yesterday, he put in loads of effort, which we all know he can. But what a pass to set up the second goal, which were a crucial goal at the time. So he played really well. A number of times, I said earlier, that the ball's played and he's free, he's moved, and it's just not passed it to him. They've kept going themselves, but he's there ready. And it'll only take one decent pass, and
I'm telling you, once he starts scoring, that's it. He's a good player. He just needs the game time.
I know.
Man of the match, Andy, who are you going for?
It could be a few, couldn't it? But
Yeah.
you know, 2 goals of the performance. It could be any of them, honestly. But Adam Phillips.
Adam Phillips.
Not for your penalty, Adam. Although they all count.
Even though you scored it, pal, he's still not happy. Still not happy.
Yeah.
I know. Adam, apart from his overall play, inside at post when it were bobbling towards him, that were hard luck. But the second goal was just sublime.
Superb.
Yeah, very well taken. If slightly helped by the keeper though.
No. He saw a keeper. If keeper had been further over, he'd have chipped him over to. It were going in. No, he stroked it in like a magician.
Al, who are you going for?
Well, it could have been a hat-trick player at match for Barry Cotter, couldn't it? Barry the Beast Cotter. Another good game. It could have been Luke O'Connell, captain fantastic. But you got to get to Adam Phillips.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go someone different then, and then you.
I did all that. Oh, we were going here.
Me and Al speak of one voice as one voice. Tell him, Al.
He's behind me anyway, Adam. Wrong number shirt though now. He's got Herbie's number now, hasn't he? He's got number 8, not 50.
So put your hand in your pocket, Alan.
He's gone up at rankings.
Yeah, or he'll not spend any money.
He won't buy any shirts this season. He's only got 2 so far.
He's got free Arsenal shirts anyway. He's not bothered.
Yeah,
he's bought a
he
pink.
Gets freebies now.
Just get Phillips 8 on back of that. You've got an L.
I've got some spray paint. I can no, and put 3 to an 8. Can I? Cheers, Josh.
You can actually. That'll be right. Jane, who are you going for man of the match?
Phillips every time. Yeah, Phillips gotta be brilliant. He played outstanding, but it's a difficult one because they all did. But it's got to be Phillips. But like I said, he might diss him for his penalty taking, but he scored it, so I don't care. I don't care how he scored it. He scored it. So well done, Adam.
Andy moans about anything, especially at least.
Yeah, I don't care.
Spend 20 minutes talking about referees.
So well done, Adam. It's Phillips for me.
Alan brought the ref up. I was going to leave it out.
Yeah, but then as soon as he did, you're right. You're straight in there.
That
straight in there.
Go on it. Red rag to a bull, on it.
My way in. Get in.
I've got red rag out and look at Andy. Oof, in there.
You're like Lofthouse when he came in and nicked that ball.
I won't talk about referees if they did the job right.
When you know about Declan Rice sending off next. I
don't like Arsenal, remember.
It's Liverpool Man U today, isn't it?
They did us down. They did Barnsley down all them years ago. Me and Alan weren't there, but they did us down. So Arsenal can get lost. I don't care.
Oh, what was that when they stayed in top division and we didn't?
Yeah, we should have gone up. A team dropped out. We were third. We should have gone up into top division all them years ago. But no, their chairman, as I remember it, not that I was there, but as I remember it, their chairman, who were a big wig in FA, managed to talk his mates into taking it to a vote rather than as it should have been, in my personal view. And so they got voted into top league and have been there ever since. So they've been in Premier League, top division league, Division 1 and now Premier League, off our backs.
And who says Andy? Andy, they're into North-South divide.
I think it was
just after the First World War.
Just after the First World War, I think.
Me and Josh weren't even thought about then, were we?
Recent.
Andy was 20. Andy was celebrating his 21st on that time, I think.
Yeah.
That's how the North-South divide started, Andy, isn't it?
Yeah, it did on my
They can get lost. I hope they go down.
They might do. Who knows? Right. We'll be back midweek with our roundup of a fairly decent transfer window. And then we'll also be potentially previewing Bristol Rovers, depending on if it gets called off on international call-ups, due to Al getting some inside information that it might be getting called off. Sorry.
No,
but it's right though.
That's what the box office was telling fans buying tickets when I got our Stevenage tickets. So it's from the box office.
Oh,
so could be potentially called off for international call-ups, but we'll see.
That's it. I'll drop a minute, Al.
Andy's getting called up.
Man, jeez. Didn't realise we were that desperate.
Well done, Laddie Army.
Bloody army.
Laddie Army.
We'll be back midweek with our preview show of Bristol Rovers transfer window roundup. We'll see you there, you Reds.
You Reds.